weeks in our final month. We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
10 yards.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
A good position to be in here, second and inches. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That is definitely what we call our defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the rookie A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. A big play there by the rookie, an interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns.
Good. Makes the score Browns 7, Ravens nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
24-yard gain.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
The ball carrier. He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 9.
From the 27, Jackson. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Ball at the 14 for 2nd and 5. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And it's 3rd down.
He can run for it, and he will. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Baltimore.
Taking it in from 11 7 yards out. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson got in the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Man, they ain't got a chance, They ain't got a chance.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. A run here with Dearness Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Calais Campbell on the stop.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for the Michigan Wolverine Donovan Peoples-Jones, but now it'll be 3rd down. And this one too low. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
26 mark. Watch the slant.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 15-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Stop short of the goal line.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll run it. This is Irvin. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Tyler Irvin, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Seibert on for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Makes the score Browns 14, Ravens 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph.
Carl Joseph. Jackson's pass intercepted. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Dearness Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
This will be fielded inside the 5. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way.
Touchdown, Baltimore.
I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Taken in the end zone. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part, part, we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker now to add the point after. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses them about 4 yards.
10-10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
That's a 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Brought down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 34-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
The 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. That'll bring up second down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. They hand off to Irvin. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Irvin with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns have moved out in front. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Makes the score Browns 28, Ravens 21.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
Baltimore.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
At the 41.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And Jackson throwing once more. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts
It's a gain of
as
3.
they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on third. From the gun, Mayfield. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
9-yard line.
Final play of the half, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He gets it left side to Johnson.
Mayfield's pass.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Mayfield. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Mayfield on play action. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there. After the interception, here's Jackson. Oh,
A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he's taken down inside the 30. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there. On first down, Dobbins, and he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run with Dobbins. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28.
The game, 28 all. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Peoples-Jones returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
On the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Complete.
It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line.
From the 17, Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
4 yards on the pickup.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
At the 29-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter, with the score all tied.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Johnson running left. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory.
That's good.
It's a big play there for the Browns. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, this is Irvin. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
The ball carrier.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Johnson the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
30-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
16 yards.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? To be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal.
Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Anderson Aho. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come in.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
1-yard line.
They've got 3 tight ends here on first and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run it with Johnson. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Dearness Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes the score Browns 38, Ravens 28.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Another run here with Dobbins. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. That pass was heavily defended on third down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
The 5-yard line.
Now Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone, and that's exactly what he did there.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So Cleveland able to come away